Good afternoon, Nick Nation, and welcome to another edition of Nick's Dreams, where fans like yourself get an opportunity to share your perspective on the how the team is doing, and we talk about their performances in the last game, and we look forward to the next match. So to kick it off, I'm going to hand the mic over to Santana.
Good afternoon, Knicks, Dreams, and Nation. And of course, we want to welcome you to our show. It's your show as well. And, we make it what it is with your participation. We welcome you to participate, whether you want to chat in the chat room and or if you want to become a panelist. I'll be dropping the actual link to be a co-host, and you could chop it up with us in real time, live in this particular platform. So, with that being said, I'm gonna pass the rock over to my main man, Bill Stradamus, so that he can kick it off, give us his take on the Knicks versus the 76ers game, and then we'll chop it up from there. Take it away, Bill Stradamus.
Well, we all called it a tight game. However, I was disappointed just merely based on the outcome. I thought that was a game that we should have gotten due to the fact that they were minus Embiid and Seth Curry, but they still have other players out there. And those other players, stepped up and held them down. Um, on our end, Randall, he had a decent game. Only by his standards, it was only a decent game. 24 points, 7 boards, and 3 assists. And our second option by committee did not all step up. Two of the three killer bees had a pretty good game, which those two would be Mr. Barrett and Mr. Burks, 19 and 20 points respectively. But that other bee, Mr. Bullock, he only dropped 6 points and he played like 47 minutes. And I know that he played those minutes because of overtime, but in any event, we didn't have a viable second option, in Mr. 2.0's words. And therefore, I'm disappointed. Noel had a good game, in my opinion. He gave us a double double. I don't know when the last time he did that. And Mr. Quickly had an underwhelming game. He had 10 points, but he didn't do much of anything out there. And starting him is not the move, which I don't see why Tibbs keeps doing that. That would be the definition of insanity, when you're doing the same thing over and over, but you're expecting a different result. Like I said, I was disappointed, and I'll leave it at that. Let you guys eat, and let me throw a swing pass over to my man 2.0.
Thank you, Bill. You're absolutely right about the killer bees. And as I said over and over again, second option by committee means that the killer bees have to give us double digits, double figure points, double figure points. That's what I'm saying. That's what I keep saying. That's what I was always said. So by Reggie Bullock only giving us 6 points in that game, he underperformed my expectations of what that committee should bring, and that is the difference in the game. 4 points from him would have been a different outcome. He did make that three-pointer there almost at the end of the game that made it that much closer and allowed for Randall to make his three-pointer in the end to tie it up, or maybe it was in overtime. But either way, wherever it was late in the game, and it was at a great time. We needed those 3 points, but I need 10, I need 12, I need 15 from him, and the usual 15 to 25 from the other guys, like whatever it is, 18, 20, 21, I don't care. I need double-digit scoring from those three guys, and that is my committee. Okay. Um, Again, we ended up the last game. I think it was the last loss. We only scored 14 points in the last quarter, and we only scored 15 points in the first quarter of this game. So it was like, I don't know what's going on with that, but that was just how it went. That also kind of set up the game for a struggle the rest of the way. You come out of the gate and you're struggling to score, and then you want to kind of make it up at the end. Uh, like I don't know what to say in respect to that. Uh, but it's underperforming. Um, Again, they could be getting tired. you know, I don't know. But the main thing is that I want to point out before I hand it over to Santana is that we're doing all of this without a point guard. And without a point guard, it shows. It shows that we are not there. Even point guard by what? What? By what? It's okay. You could say it. It doesn't hurt. It's a C word. It's a C word. Or is it this C? Which one you want to see it? With this hand or that hand?
With your right hand.
Point guard by committee. Even point guard by committee has won us every game that we've had. Unless we bring something different, this is who we are. It's got to be Elf and it's got to be Rose. Okay?
Well, I
That's
think
Rose score for the Super
hopefully
Bowl.
he'll play tonight.
He's going to hit 30 today?
I said hopefully Rose will play tonight. I think they're saying that he's probable to play tonight.
We are not the same team without that. So let's just give it to Santana for his take.
Okay. So, the point guard situation falls on Tibbs. Okay. Again, he made the decision to start quickly, which was the wrong decision again.
Again.
Okay. The de facto point guard at this moment in time, based on who's healthy, is Burks.
Burks.
There's no reason to consider committee when you have a guy that is not flashy. He's not going to be, one of these elite point guards, but he's a game manager. That's what we need. A game manager is going to be more consistent, and he's going to get the offense where they need to get to. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, Tibbs, because of his stubbornness, for lack of a better term, okay, his stubbornness, he didn't make that decision. And that throws off his rotations moving forward when he starts quickly. Because quickly, his best role, which is evident to everybody now, is he's a shooter. He's not a point guard. He's a shooter. So you leave him with that second unit and you bring Frank Nirakita to run the point to set up quickly in that second, unit. But when you take quickly from that second unit, you start him with the first unit. He doesn't generate anything for the first unit. And then you try to bring him back in that second unit. There's no rhythm. There's no flow. Now he's changing roles. And that's, I think, is damaging his brand more so than anything else. Because now he's looking more like a one-dimensional player, which is when he's hot, he can score. But that's it. That's all he can do. Defense, he can't play any D. He gets roasted.
He get cooked. He was getting cooked in that first quarter, boy.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, he has good intentions, but he's outmanned in that respect. Out-muscled. So I wouldn't call it point guard by committee. I call it, decisions by committee. Okay? Coming from Tibbs. Bad decisions by committee. Because it's very obvious. Look, you got certain guys, they're just not of that ilk. They don't have that skill set to be able to actually go in there and take on that responsibility. Okay? So it started there. Obviously, we have to give the 76ers the credit. They're a defensive team.
Yep.
Okay, yes, we scored 14 points a previous game and then 15 points in this game in the first quarter, but that's a testament to the teams that will play. They got solid D, we got to contend with it. The few teams that play defense in this league, we got to give them credit. We got a new person coming on board momentarily. So let me add that person.
Yo,
Welcome.
yo,
Welcome,
what's
welcome.
up? What's up,
Oh,
Welcome.
y'all? Yeah,
All
Little
right.
bro.
welcome, y'all. Welcome. I'm trying to figure this out. I'm on my phone. My phone. Hey, welcome, guys.
Welcome, welcome. Salute. Salute.
Salute, salute.
All
That's
right. Thank you for
2.0.
joining.
2.0. I think Miguel met him one time. I'm playing ball with him out in Brooklyn, but that's
Okay.
that's my little bro. 2.0.
All right.
Morilla.
Morilla.
You
Yeah.
the takes that I be arguing with you and Dad about. You're more not Rilla.
Why is that?
Not really.
That stuff that y'all be talking about. Okay, let's go to what was that last week when we was talking about Ben Simmons. And you're talking about how trash. Look at his face now.
Go ahead. Set it up and talk about it, fellas. Talk about it. Go ahead.
Yo, man. All right. So look, would I want him on the Knicks? Yeah, but he can't shoot, man. So that's the main thing that I feel like a point guard needs to have. Now, when you look at our man Julius Randle, look at the performance that he gave us the other day when he had the 17 dimes. But he can also shoot. He stretches the floor as well. So that dimension right there is one that I feel is important for your lead guard. I mean, that's just me. If I had the choice between Ben Simmons and Kyrie Irving, Damian Lillard, I'm taking one of them because they can do what he does and they can shoot.
But they don't.
That's my only thing with him.
They don't play.
I don't like a cat. I don't like a guard who can't shoot. That's just not. I feel like you need to be able to shoot the ball if you're a lead guard.
You sound like your father.
Ben Simmons he's great. I mean, going to the rack, he's top 10 in the league at finishing and going to the rack and that type of thing. But you got to be able to shoot. I feel.
Correct.
And I'm using my phone, man. I got
okay.
like 15 minutes.
That's all right.
Okay.
That's all right. So
I'm working today.
So we'll give you the floor because if you got 15 minutes, we want to get as much from you before we give our take. So right now we're talking about the Philadelphia 76er Knicks game that they just played, and of course the Knicks lost. So what's your take about that game? What do you feel happened or didn't happen for us not to get the win?
Well, for one, the zebras, they was a man down, and so I think that might have affected the game. I mean, the call at the end when not the out of bounds play,
The foul on Randall.
Come on, man.
Yeah, that was.
Come on, man.
On the box.
You talking about a guy who's he's like 240, 50 pounds. I didn't even see him extend his arm all the way. It didn't. The play. It didn't affect whether or not the Philly would have gotten the rebound.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I believe Alan Hahn made a great point. He likened it to like in football where like if the pass is too high, you're not going to get the pass interference call because you weren't able to catch it anyway.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so I feel like it was one of those type of things where it should have been a no call. And I feel like too many of our games are dependent upon the referees at the end of the game. And we're getting better at it. As you can see, we're in every game. You know what I mean? Like no matter who we're playing, we're pretty much in all of the games, but those are some tough calls, man. And I'm not feeling the fact that Thibodeau, he wanted to challenge it, but they're like, the refs are saying like he didn't challenge. Like that, they have to fix that system because that can't happen.
Right.
What if we get knocked out of it? What if we don't make the bubble by one game? You know what I mean? Like this is important. Every game is a must win for this young team, man. And I don't know, like that's how I feel as far as the last game. We were in it up until the very end, and again, I see a lot of growth with this team. This is a team that I can get behind because I just I love how they're playing. We played this well without Rose, without what's my man name who used to have
Peyton,
a funny haircut?
Peyton,
Huh?
Peyton.
Yeah, Alfred Payton. We didn't have him. We didn't have Rose. We didn't have Mitch. Oh no, we had Mitch this
Yeah, but
game, that
he
game.
just came back.
Yeah, so the Knicks they're exciting. I still believe we're one piece away, one or maybe two pieces away. But I like the core. I like who we have. But Philly is I mean, they're one of the best teams in the East. So and without Embiid, so we didn't have all of our players. They didn't have all of their players, but we were right in the game, and I feel like you know the team is we're only gonna get better, I believe.
Okay, and you
But
mentioned something about we're one or two pieces away. So what do you see? What do you see those pieces to be? What role do
um,
they fill?
most pundits say that we're missing a lead guard and a small forward. We need a point guard and a small forward, and I would agree. Um, I feel like we just need more scoring because in as far as defense, that's why I don't like the Andre Drummond. I'm not for Andre Drummond. I feel like that's not our weakness. I feel like we need more scoring. We need somebody who can just come in, who can just turn it up. Like from day one, they come to the Knicks, they just get buckets, and then the Knicks will no longer be like one of the last teams in offense. We need an offensive boost. We don't need. I don't believe we need Drummond. Nerlens Noel has surprisingly he's been my most pleasant surprise on the Knicks. I didn't know he'd be giving it up like that. He's like baby Matumbo. He's like this, like
No, no, no.
no. Yeah, he like a Jamaican. Wait, Matumbo is Jamaican? Nah, he's African.
He's
Oh, he's
African.
African. Yeah.
Nerlens look like Shabba Ranks mixed with Matumbo. He's nice though. Like as far as defense, I like him, man. And so we don't need defense. Then we got Mitch. We're playing good defense. We need scoring. We need. I wouldn't mind getting I wouldn't mind Zach LaVine. I don't know. I've heard his name get mentioned. Um, earlier they was I don't want Oladipo. I don't want him, man. I don't want nobody with
You missed last night's show.
Huh?
You missed last night's show. We had a show talking about trades and all of that, and all of us said that we don't want Oladipo.
Nah, he like his leg. He got too much wear and tear. I guess like he's not the same player. Like before the injury, yeah, I would have taken him with the quickness. But I take Zach. They were talking about Bill like a few weeks ago, months ago, or whatever. They said his name came up, but at what cost? And I'm not willing to really break up our core of what we have. I'm loving RJ's development, and so I don't want to get rid of him or.
Oh my!
I mean, I'm loving. Wait, I don't know.
He likes. I'm
loving R's development. I'm loving R's development.
Oh, okay.
He might get the J back. Yo, the J's coming along. He's looking like a player.
The J is back.
The J is back, right?
The J is back.
Wait, is it official? Is it official?
The last 6 games.
Only from him.
Last 6 games.
It's official to me. He got the J back.
Okay, well now you got a partner, Henry.
Henry, I got you, Henry. Me and Henry, yo.
Listen, we have this debate, constantly, and that's what it's all about. That's what this platform is for, is to chop it up, talk about these different players and their development or lack thereof.
Yeah.
You mentioned the Zach Levines and you mentioned the Drummonds, and of course, not wanting to give up your core to get those kind of guys and stuff like that. But
Wait, now if you're
go
talking
ahead.
about giving, not to cut you off, I'm
No,
sorry.
no, no. Go ahead.
You,
Go ahead.
you could give up Tracy Chapman. You could give Tracy Chapman up. I don't want Tracy Chapman on the Knicks.
You guess what I'm talking about.
AKA Frank Ntilikina. That's Tracy Chapman. Y'all remember Tracy Chapman?
Oh my God. From the
I
past.
don't want that
To
cat
the
on the
past.
Knicks, man. He gotta go, man.
Okay, okay. No, listen, that's cool, and
Come
I
on, man.
understand that.
That's not come on, man. He doesn't give me that nostalgia, that Nick nostalgic feeling of I'm I was born in 78. So I grew up on the 90s Knicks, really.
Yeah.
So they gave me a feeling like that's a team you wanted to just ride with. You know what I
Right,
mean?
right, right.
Imagine Frank Ntilikina on that team with them, man. Come on, man.
Well, this is the thing, and I'm not defending Frank or anything of that nature. The key is to get the kind of players that you're talking about. It's going to require some. You got to give somebody up. It's
Some some
easy.
some
Anybody,
assets.
anybody could give up Frank. You know what I mean? His
Yeah.
value is low right now. Is
Right,
that
right,
going to
right.
be enough to get the kind of players that you mentioned, like a Levine? You mentioned a Levine. Now, to make that happen, the question is, do you want to make that happen now before the trading deadline, which is 2 days away, or during the off season where they make a trade and there's different leverages that they're dealing with? How would you make it happen and when? And who
Um,
would be involved?
I would make it happen now. Um, I know, you know what? I take that back because I feel like if we don't do it now, we're still gonna. I believe we're gonna make the playoffs with or
Wait,
without
can,
making
can, can you say that again? Say it again. Say it again.
we're gonna make the
All
playoffs
right,
with or
all right,
without
all
with
You hear
right.
the
that?
yeah
You hear that, Henry?
yeah.
This
You hear
brother
that?
doesn't believe that. This brother Henry 2.0 doesn't believe that. That's why I
Nah,
said say it again.
we gonna make the. All right, come on. All right,
Hey,
so is it RJ or is it still R? What? I thought we was together, Henry.
may I interject?
Go ahead, bro.
First of all, yes, I agree with most of what you're saying.
Yeah,
In terms of the positions that we need to shore up, we definitely could use somebody that can come in here and just light it up from day one, be consistent 20, 25 points a night, and that
yeah.
open it up for everybody else, for especially RJ to sort
RJ.
out the middle and bully ball his way up to the basket, like it
Yes, yes.
to that, like it did to your boy from the Sixers. He just took him down there and bully ball him right into. Anyway, but I still think that we need help at center. We are getting destroyed by if God forbid Embiid would have been there, it would have been 40 for him. However,
Mm-hmm.
however, like we don't need to give up the farm just to get somebody like you said from Detroit. We really don't need that, but still, and
Yeah.
we need somebody that we can throw the ball to down low. We don't have no low post player other than Randall, and he's
Oh,
getting it more at the elbow and at the 3-point line than he is on the blocks. We need somebody on the blocks that you can throw the ball down to, or maybe teach
mhm.
your boy Mitch a little baby hook or something. But we need something at center, and we do need, I agree, somebody that can come in there and it's a sure thing from the 3-point line, so that
Yeah.
he can extend the thing. And those are the 2 points that I have to make about the thing. And just to catch you up on my take on some things here. Right now we have what I call
Go ahead.
point guard by committee, which is
Yeah.
Elfin Payton. Okay, and we have what we termed, I think Bill Stradamus did. I'm not sure where he came from. The killer bees. Some night they kill them. Some night they kill us. And that works.
Burke, Barrett, and Bullock.
Barrett and Bullock.
First Barry Bullock.
The Killer
Okay.
Bees.
Yeah.
Okay, but
When they don't
all
play
three of
good,
them get to those double-digit points, we lose those games.
They're
That's true.
the kill us bees.
They kill us.
They play like that.
It was-
Like how Bullock played in that last game.
right.
Bullock
And
was hard.
And the last point is that I agree with what you said, that all of these games are just too important for us to be losing these 1-point games. And
Yeah.
the Zebras got something to do with it, but we shoot ourselves in the foot a lot of these times. In the last game, it was 14 points in the last quarter. In this game, it was 15 points in the first quarter.
Yeah, bad start.
After that, it was an even game. At the end of the third quarter, we were tied. At the end of the game, we were tied. But like you said, that push at the end by Randall, that foul, come on, man. That guy missed the shot. He missed it. Man, that was our game to win. And too many times at this game and the next game, the Zebras got in the way of our win.
That's right. That's right. And I can't believe that Ben Simmons has never lost to the Knicks since he's been in the NBA.
Right.
I can't believe that. That's
Never
crazy. Wait, was it that he never lost to the Knicks or he never lost at the Garden? Which one was it?
He never lost to the Knicks.
The Knicks. That's what they said.
And he's had a lot to do with it, a lot of those games too.
A lot of those wins. He's probably played in every one of them.
So his name is Benjamin Simmons. You gotta take the J out of his name too. Benjamin Simmons.
All right.
Benjamin.
Ben Note.
Ben Amin Simmons.
Yeah,
hey man. I don't think I've ever seen him shoot, man. But he goes to the rack with the best of them, man. But I'd take him over, all right. We got to be real. And Knicks fans, we are probably the most delusional fans at times. You know what I mean? Like we're like, yo, let's trade Frank for CJ McCollum. Like,
as if they would do it.
Okay, you want to go crazy now? Like
but we gotta. I don't know. We're gonna have to I'm relying and I believe in Leon Rose and the front office and those guys to in the World Wide West to make something happen. These guys are known to have like the most especially World Wide West. He's like the most connected guy in the whole NBA.
Right.
So they say, so I'm expecting him to make a splash. But if they don't do anything this and they wait till the off season, I'm still fine with that.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
Whatever is going to be more, for the greater good, like for the betterment of the team a little bit further down the road. But like as Knicks fans, we've been waiting forever. We waited through the whole Phil Jackson era. We waited since before Phil. We've been waiting and we all supposed to be patient and it's time. I need a splash now. The best thing that happened to the Knicks since Melo is Randall. I would say.
Basically, yeah.
KP, Randall was like 10 times better than KP to me right now. Not 10 times, but he's better than KP right now to me.
Yeah.
He just does more. He's getting you assists. He's rebounding. He rebounds better. KP has never been a good rebounder. He's never averaged 10 rebounds. You know what I mean? Right now, he might average like 9, if that. Huh?
He's shooting threes all the time, so he's never under the basket to rebound.
Right. Yeah. So
he's on the block now. Dallas is trying to get something for him.
Okay.
See? See? So
let's take him back.
Nah. I'd rather have the other kid from.
Wait. I'm not. Wait. Hold on. I'm not gonna lie. I'll take him back though. I'll take him back.
You would take him back over the other kid from Chicago. I'd rather from Chicago. Laurie Markkinen. I'd rather
Laurie Markkinen. Yeah, because he's not injured as much.
Right.
I'll take him.
And he shoots just as good as KP from outside.
Does he? I don't know about that. Does he?
Yeah. And he would come here and play the 3. Oh, then we'd have a crazy front line. Him
play the 3?
Yeah.
I thought he was he's a center.
He's a stretch 4.
He's a stretch 4, really. But
he can play like the 4.
Yo, where's my man Santana?
He probably had to jump off of work. Sometimes he has to jump off.
I got to jump off too because I got my client at 1:00.
Okay. All right. So,
all right, guy. Hey, Henry, very nice to meet you, man.
2.0.
That's 2.0. That's his name.
Oh, 2.0.
Yeah.
You the man, 2.0. You the man.
All right, bro.
Hey,
See
bro,
you in the next
Brostradamus.
week.
Brostradamus.
We,
Yes,
we're
sir.
going
I see you
tonight.
on Sunday, man.
Listen, we have another
Saturday.
Thursday.
Huh?
On Thursday, we're meeting again. I mean, we do another podcast.
He'll be
What,
working though, at 12. You'll be working already, right?
yeah, I'll be working on Thursday. I work all day on Thursday. Yeah,
Okay.
so
We'll be
I
at the
start
game.
work at 1 o'clock some days. Huh?
We'll be at the game, chatting back and forth.
Yeah,
tonight.
Oh,
they're going
nice,
to,
nice.
they're going to the game tonight.
Oh,
Oh, that's what's up, man.
yeah, we haven't
Hey,
even
hey,
talked about that.
hey, put me in you guys chat, man, so I can chop it up with y'all, man.
I'ma
Talk my stuff.
I'll put you in the chat.
Okay.
I'll put
All
you
right,
in.
man. Very nice to meet you guys. Peace
All
out,
right,
y'all.
nice meeting you, man. All right.
Peace.
Man.
You
Thanks
too, man.
for dropping
All right,
by.
Lee.
Yes, sir.
So yeah.
Got you some help on the show now, Henry.
Who?
I see you see you got you some help on the show now.
Oh man, that is great, man. That's a nice perspective. I'm telling you, he
He,
you know, whatever it is
him and my father, they share a lot of the same things that you say.
that I'm talking about, you
They
know.
do.
And some different perspective too, you know, like
Yeah.
you say, he's cool at the center position, except you know that I disagree that we just don't have a center that scores 15 on a regular basis.
Right.
And on defense, yes, we have it. You know, we have everything that we need. But on offense, it's always a good thing. You know, we're always used to the Ewing and Cartwright, and having somebody down low that was would do work like that. And now it doesn't seem like no matter like I said, center by committee.
Yeah. And it's funny that I didn't remember this. Also had a debate with him and my dad. We were all watching the game when they played the last time they played Minnesota. And both of them was talking about how much they didn't really like Cat's game. I had to leave the room. So that the two of them was watching it in one room, and I was in another room watching the game. After the game, I went back into the room where they were at, and I said, "So how do you feel about Cat now?" And then my dad, he goes, "Oh, we were thinking of ways to get him on the Knicks now."
Okay.
See, so they saw
Yeah.
Cat for what he what he can do and what he could possibly mean to us here.
He has game.
Yeah.
He has game. And like, just to expand on what Mo was saying, so if you want a shooter or somebody that can give you 15, 20 points every night, why not from the center position? He doesn't have to be an outside shooter. He could be right in there, down low, because that is what makes the difference. When they have to go and double team down low, now Randall can't get double team.
Right.
Now RJ is taking an uncontested jumper,
Yeah.
so that he get comfortable with that. Now Bullocks, they're taking uncontested shots because the ball goes in and then it comes back out, and players and defenses have to go back and forth, and you can't protect both at the same time. And so my thinking is, yeah, we need another scorer, but it could be anywhere. It could be another jump shooter that give me 20 points from the outside, or it could be somebody down low. And hopefully if we can get it, from the guys that we got. Now, I mean, at one point, Mitch was getting a lot of lobs and he was blocking a lot of shots.
Right.
He hasn't done that at all this year. I mean, not as consistent.
Not really. Not as much as right.
He used to be a highlight every night.
All right.
Those lobs.
Let's talk about what we expect tonight's game.
Okay, so tonight we are looking at
the Wizards.
The Wizards, and they're coming in strong, right?
Yeah, they've been putting up numbers. Them two, that backcourt.
Oh boy,
that backcourt.
So They play. Did they play last night?
I hope so. Let me see. Wizards. I can't.
Okay. Knicks versus Wizards tonight. Okay. Knicks versus Wizards. And we are talking about Wizards.
Well, didn't they beat Brooklyn recently?
They play the Nets beat them 113-106 on Sunday.
Oh, the Nets beat them.
7 Sunday.
Oh,
So
okay.
the Nets beat them, and they beat the Jazz 131-122 on Thursday. Okay. So news. Let me see who they got. They got everybody. I don't know. I don't see anybody who is going to be out.
Injury. Well, I'm looking at a report. It says injury report for Washington. Bertans, he has a right calf strain.
Okay.
Thomas Bryant has a left ACL, and Ish Smith, right quadricep
The
strain.
Nick Killer.
He's out.
But they got Westbrook, Bradley, Lopez, Hashimura.
Yeah.
Okay. That little pesty kid, Neto. There's always one of these little guys that just.
But now for us, Mitch, since he got hurt that last game, he has a left ankle. So him and Quickly are probable. Alfred Payton is questionable, and Austin Rivers is out. That means Rose is back.
Rose is back. Okay,
Yeah.
so that makes a difference for us a little bit anyway. But now Mitch is back out, which means that we're back to
Maybe. Mitch is tough. He probably play.
The thing is that for what's more important, this game, and like Mo said, every game is important for this team because it could be a difference between getting in and not getting in, or being a 7th or 8th, or being whatever else we could be at the end of the season. So if he got a little nagging injury and he makes it even worse, then he's out for another 5 or 6 games. But if we don't win these games, then it makes a difference. So it's like you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't.
That's true.
I hope it's nothing serious that is going to keep him out. I would love to see him at full strength, though.
Yeah.
Because he's not going to block many shots if it's at 80%. And he's not going to catch many lobs if it's at 80%. So, it's like, is he going to be helping my offense, or is he going to be hurting our offense?
That's true.
And if he might hurt me this game and get hurt, then he hurts me this game and the next 5 games.
Right.
And he just got back.
He just got back. So if he's hurt, then let him completely recover. We still got Taj and Noel.
Taj and Noel have been doing a decent job.
And
hold it down.
And based on who we're playing, we'll need him. We'll need Mitch for the games after these 2 against Washington.
Right.
Right. Because the competition,
and
a little better.
Good as Washington is, or supposed to be on paper, they're only 15-26, man.
Yeah, we're like 5 games better than them, 5 to 6 games better.
And somebody was saying that as good as Beal is,
mm-hmm.
I don't know whether they borrow that word from us or we borrow that word from them, but his points are empty calories.
Mm.
He's blowing up the scoreboard, but they're not winning.
Whoever said that, they got that from Dream.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah, I am not saying that I'm happy to see them come into the Garden, because when Beal and this guy played together, we got problems. I don't know about anybody else in the league, but we got problems. That's a 2-headed monster at the guard position. And they're still pretty good down low because that dumb, I don't want to say the word, Lopez, he always comes in and kills us. Lopez always has a good game against us for some reason, because he knows how to play.
We should have kept him. We should have kept him when we had him.
Well, those were the days when we were blowing up the team every other season.
Yeah.
And that's where my fear is, that we never give anything an opportunity to develop, because after a year or 2 of having a player, we're ready to. When we do have to make those moves, we don't. We had offers for Frank Ntilikina 2 years ago. We had offers. And you know what Mo said about CJ for Frank? Look, that was a possibility back then. Frank and a couple of other things and some money and this and that for CJ McCollum. I think that was in the air. That was in the rumor mill. Whether it was a possibility or true or not, I don't know. I don't remember that much.
Boy, that guy. If we had him, man.
That is a player that I could bring in right away because I know that I'm gonna what I could put down under the column of points.
I give a first rounder and a couple of these players for him.
I'll give him the first rounder and RJ. And you heard it first from me.
What? Whoa. Do that to yourself.
Yes.
You got a fever?
I don't know. I had a COVID test yesterday, so I should be
okay.
Listen, CJ McCollum is not better than.
He is. I just didn't think you would admit it.
No. I mean, somebody's better than him. There are plenty of people. What about Dame?
Absolutely.
Okay, so there are many.
I think they gave Dame the whole bank over there, so he's not going anywhere. He's not going anywhere.
Some of these small markets, they need a star player too. You know, the Memphises and the Minnesota. So they're going to give them the bank too to keep them. I mean, I understand Cat wants to move, or maybe not. I don't know if he's saying it himself. This is us saying that maybe he should force a move, and that he should come back east, and that we should want him here, and that he should be happier here. But who knows? If you give him the money, you don't care where you play.
Maybe not.
You get paid. You can go to Brooklyn every night if you want, or New Jersey or wherever he's from. So, back to tonight's game. This is a back-to-back. Both of them at home. We need them both. I'll be glad to take this one tonight.
Okay.
This one tonight is the beginning.
We got to get this one tonight. I mean,
especially because we need it for our own sanity.
Yeah.
We need it for our own sense of home court advantage. And then we need it so that it can give us that impetus and that motivation. And not that we need the motivation, but it'll make us feel good about going into the next game.
Yeah.
If you go into the next game having lost 2 in a row and one to the same team that you're playing again, it's a different feeling than if you go into the second game knowing that you can beat them.
That's true.
So I think you're right. We need this game more, and either one.
I got a score already, so I'll give you one score for it first. We're gonna get this one 116 to 108. We're gonna get them. At the crib.
If we are we keep them to 105 and we're about 105, I'm gonna have to go to 110, 105.
110.
110, 105. Okay.
All right. I'll get everybody else's score from the chat.
Okay.
I remember too.
I'm going to be getting things together. I gotta go get a parking spot. I already got the parking spot. I already got my COVID thing. I gotta take a survey, and we're on our way. And you gotta make up your mind, man, which game we're gonna go in April.
In April. Oh, okay.
Because we gotta get them ahead of time so we can get the best area for the money. Otherwise, you end up behind the basket somewhere. For about 125, but for 165, you end up somewhere in the center court.
Okay, well, I'd be willing to do that.
For them, and I'm not doing that. I don't know about you.
Where? What, the one?
Center court. The 6 sections in center court. 3 on both sides of the basket of the court are $330.
No, not yet. I'm not ready for that one yet.
I'm not ready for that either.
No.
I can't. I won't give them that. I won't.
No.
I just won't. So it's hard enough to give them the 165, 170. Okay.
I'll go that route, but I'm not giving not 3, not yet.
So we're gonna try to do that for the end of April or the middle of April or somewhere along that. The game, because they don't put them on the calendar until the month itself.
Until the month comes in.
Yeah, they're not.
Okay.
We only got until I think the Heat game is on next Monday. And the one after that, I think, is Heat, and then the Timberwolves on the March 31st.
And that's it for the month. Okay.
That is
away. To see the cat.
That's away.
That's in Minnesota?
That's in Minnesota.
Okay, well, we go out there and let him show us why he wants to come back home.
Why we need him.
Right.
Why he needs us.
Cool.
Yeah. So yeah.
Finally got the little bro on. I've been getting him.
Yeah.
Next one, listen, if I'm able to get Pops on, we're gonna have a ball.
Oh really? Oh yeah.
He,
Oh, yeah.
he
Let's
comes with these takes, and it's usually them two against me.
Oh really?
Yeah,
Good.
and I'm like, y'all got to be kidding.
We need more controversy, man. We want
Yeah.
to hear all of those opposing points of view, so that we can chop them up and bring them back down to reality, or maybe
Yeah.
they can do it to us. You
Yeah.
know, because we need to hear that too. I mean, like, maybe this guy making a little sense, but when he's not making sense, like we don't need Cat.
Right.
Oh,
Right. Like no.
we need to straighten you out here.
Right.
So anyway, thanks again for being on, Bill. And as we always say, be at the end of every show, once a Nick,
Always a Nick.
Nick. All right, man. We'll talk tonight.
All right, bro.
During the game. Hey.
On the chat tonight.
All right. Later.
Later.